Doing own voice over soft music. Jungkook slowly opened his eyes just to welcome his day with the most heartwarming face, his beautiful wife John Wyan sleeping peacefully, tightly hugging him. Jungkook smiled. I love you, babe. He lovingly peeked her forehead and then slowly took her hands from his and then slowly got up from bed and went to washroom to do his morning routine. After completing his morning routine, he headed out of the bathroom, drying his hair with a towel, and there he saw his wife sitting on bed, drooling at him, and Jungkook shrimp seeing his wife drooling over him, so he approached her. Morning, babe. Good morning, cook. Enjoying what you are seeing, Vine's cheek got red after knowing that Jungkook caught her red-handed. Did my shy wife got more shy? Vine blushed more. She wasn't able to speak, and then Jungkook slowly leaned forward and captured her lips, which she replied back happily. While Vine's hand unknowingly Jungkook's which made Jungkook, so he leaned more forward, resulting Vine to lay down completely on bed and Jungkook still each other passionately. Cook Wine pushed Jungkook a little, indicating she is out of breath, but Jungkook wasn't. Babe, just let's skip classes for today and make. Please, babe, I badly. Saying this, he again started her, which she replied back, but then their movement got disturbed when the phone rang. Phone Cook who the called in this wrong time. Wine chuckled at her frustrated husband. Jungkook sat straight and took his phone and attended the call. Meanwhile, Wine ran away to bathroom and Jungkook smiled seeing his shy wife all red. Jungkook called, hello Mr. Lee. The examiner declared the result. Okay, fine, call cut. So today is the result of the exam held 2 months before, and I'm sure my baby will score first. Let's inform this to Wine. Saying this, he approached bathroom to say this to Wine. Wine, oh God, I am all red, and also today I was ready to him and it was supposed to happen and I was going with the flow, but the phone call ruined it, and now how will I ask him for that? Vine sadly ported, has she too badly Jungkook, but she just too shy to ask him for that. But what she doesn't know is Jungkook heard all this and left the place happily. Has finally his wife is ready to become his after a year of marriage. Jungkook and Wine are married couple from 1 years. Actually, Jungkook happened to see Wine in college and then fall in love with her. But Wine being a shy girl and only wanted to have arranged marriage as per parents' wish, so she at first rejected Jungkook, saying she will only marry the one whom her parents find for her. So Jungkook approached her parents with his and asked for Wine. And Wine's parents liked Jungkook because he is a gentleman and have good education and nice job too. So they accepted and made Wine and Jungkook get married. Jungkook gave Wine time to adjust with him and being comfortable with him, and more above he wanted to start their relationship with love, so he made Wine trust him and made her fall in love with him, which he succeeded, but they never had their wedding. But just because Jungkook thinks Wine is shy and not ready for that yet, and Wine wants him to but too shy to ask him for that. Both of them want their relationship, but everyone knows that Jungkook is married, but no one knows the name of the girl. Jungkook was taking classes, but there was a slight shrimp on his face after noticing how his wife was rolling over him, biting her lips, and all was clearly showed Jungkook that how badly she him. Wyan thought, oh God, please, I can't take more. So bad, he's so handsome. Wyan tightly bit her lip, but little did she know she was making things hard for Jungkook too. Okay, that's all for today, and be prepared in afternoon. The result of previous exams will be declared. Okay, sir. So finally, Jungkook looked at Wine and left the class. Mr. Lee, here the result paper, Mr. John Jung. Please announce it in your class. Yeah, sure, Mr. Lee. He impatiently took the paper and his eye searched for one particular name, and there it is. But his smile faded away after seeing the result. Jungkook entered the class and everyone were whispering among themselves. Some were praying, some were nervous, some were discussing. Okay, students, please be seated. Everyone settled down. So the result is here. He raised up his hand and showed the paper. Everyone have done good except one, and that is everyone gulped their lump in nervous. Park Wine. Wine's eyes wide open in shock because she has done good in all exam. Wine stand up. Wine stood up So Jungkook called, what happened to you this time? You failed in my subject. Was my lecture not clear to you, or you were not focusing in my class? No, sir, that's nothing like that. I was focusing on class. So you are saying my teaching in bad way. No, sir, I didn't mean that. Then what you mean? You said you were focusing on class and why you failed. Vine's eyes turned teary. First, she didn't expected the situation, and second, Jungkook was looking scary, and he was shouting on her for the first time. Wine crying, sir, I did well in exam. If you done well, then how come you failed? Sir, maybe it's some correction mistake or some calculating mistake or anything. Jungkook anger, Miss Wine, are you blaming the examiners that they didn't corrected your papers well? Why did they have any issue with you? Come on, they don't even know who you are. This is just an excuse which every student gave to save them mistake. But sir, I'm sure that I did well in exam and wrote all the answer correct. That's it. Wine wasn't accepting her fault and indirectly blaming over examiners, which made Jungkook angry. Jungkook shouted, meet me in the office after class and go leave the class right now. Jungkook shouted really bad at Wine, and Wine cryingly took her things and left the class crying. Jungkook was hurt too. He knew that Wine is a good student, but the teachers won't play with students' career, right? So he got angry when Wine supported herself and put blame on teachers. That means indirectly him too. Jungkook thought, oh god, did I went too harsh? I think now I can't focus on lecture. Students, open your book, page number 201, and silently read the paragraph, and I will publish the results afternoon. As everyone now know that result, he ordered the students and took his seat and then took his phone and messaged Wine as he can't leave the class in middle. Wine entered his cabin and sat on couch and started crying. I'm sure that I did well in exam, especially his paper was good, but then how come I failed? She was thinking of all possible reasons, but her mind diverted when her phone rang and she looked at her phone to see Jungkook message, go home and wait. I will be there after this class. We will talk at home. Wine signed. Now what he wants to talk. Wine got a little scared as she knows Jungkook is very strict when it comes to her studies. She gulped her lump and head off to house like a good girl. Wine directly came home and entered into the bathroom and on the shower. The water from the shower made her a little calm, but minutes later she started crying hard, thinking about how she failed in exam. Jungkook entered the house using a spare key. He was so scared as all the way he keep on calling Wine, but she didn't pick his call, which made him worry, and then he sighed in relief after hearing water running sound. Jungkook sighed, thank God she came home. I thought she would have gone to somewhere to make up her mind, but soon he heard a crying sound and he understood that Wine was crying in shower, so he opened the door with a spare key and entered just to see a heartbreaking scene. Wine was sitting under the shower and crying while hugging her knees. Wine baby, he approached Wine and sat in front of Wine after turning off the shower. Wine looked up to see Jungkook with her swollen red eyes. Jungkook, please don't scold me. I can't take your scolding. The words hit his heart very hardly. Wine crying. I will definitely do good in next exam. I will again take your exam and this time I will make it good. Please give me a chance, Jungkook. That's it. He wanted to himself for shouting on her. I'm sorry, baby, for scolding you. I too got shocked after seeing the result, and also I thought I failed to keep the promise I gave to your parents, and I never thought that you will. Jungkook wasn't able to complete, and also he didn't wanted to bring that topic again. While arranging the parents' marriage, Vine's parent only asked for one thing, that is, Vine's education should not be affected because it's a love marriage, and love always divert a person's mind. And Jungkook promised it that his love will never affect Vine's education, but he thought that he failed, so he shouted on her unknowingly. It's my fault, Cook. Actually, on the exam day, you were our exam in charge, and I was lost in you and our lovely moments, due to which I forget to complete the paper. And God knows what all I have written. It's my fault, Cook. Next time I will do good, Cook. I promise. Jungkook doesn't wanted Wine to now remember all those things and end up more sad. So he just pulled Wine into a deep passionate, which was the only solution came into his mind at that time. At first, Vine was surprised that instead of scolding her for losing focus on exam and rolling him, but soon she melted in her day and forget her every pain and started him back, which ended up and which was the best thing that happened between them. Jungkook didn't whine. He only showed his love and he wanted to take Wyan's pain and make her forget about her exam result and only focus on him and his love. Jungkook fell next to Wyan and hugged her tightly. You okay, baby? Fine, Cook. Let's sleep. Tomorrow I will give you a paper for rechecking and then we can decide what to do next. Wyan nodded her head and just closed her eyes, hugging Jungkook tightly so as to forget today's incident. And Jungkook too hugged her tightly and peeked her forehead before closing his eyes. Jungkook was going through some lecture notes of himself so that he can teach it in class, but his cabin door hardly opened and he saw a heavy breathing Mr. Lee. What happened, Mr. Lee? I ran to see you. I thank God you didn't left to class. Jungkook frowned. Anything serious? Yeah, did you publish the results I gave you yesterday? No, today I will. Thank God, don't publish it. Actually, it's a result of the junior section, not your section. Jungkook's eyes wide open and he immediately took the paper and carefully examined it. In excitement, I didn't read the top of the paper. Actually, it was the same junior department of Wines, and in that class there is a Park Wine too. So he misunderstood everything, and Jungkook is taking class in that section too. And in excitement to see Wine's result, he didn't carefully read the paper. That means the junior department Wine failed in my subject, and yesterday I scolded Wine. What? Jungkook signed and explained everything. It's my mistake. Actually, the papers got exchanged, and also I called you a lot of time yesterday, but no one took the call, and also you left earlier. Yeah, I left earlier. Excuse me, sir, can I come in? Jungkook, Mr. Lee, look at Wine. Yeah, come in. Wine entered and greeted both the professor. I will take my leave, and here is the actual paper. They both exchanged the papers, and Mr. Lee left and he closed the door. Why are you here? I came to give you the letter for approval of rechecking my answer sheet. I need your sign, then I will submit it to the principal. Wine, I'm sorry. Wine from why Jungkook? Actually, the results got exchanged, and here is the actual result. Wine's eyes wide open, but she immediately took the paper from Jungkook's hand, and her white eyes turned teary. What happened, Wine? Cook, I topped the class. I'm first. Oh God, I saw yesterday. I was so disappointed on me. Wine started crying happy tears after seeing her result, and Jungkook hugged her. But as far as I remember, I show you the Wine looked up at Jungkook with the red cheeks and saw him shrimming. About Wine saying that she kept admiring Jungkook during exam was just her prediction more above her finding of the reason of failure in exam, but she was only having a time to time peek on Jungkook and focusing on exam more. But you scold me too, cutely put it. I'm sorry for that. I just lost my mind yesterday. I promise it won't happen again. Please forgive me, Wine. Okay, I will. And also, I'm grateful for what happened yesterday. Jungkook frowned. Because of that, I came to know that how much you love me. Wine meant about their lovely time and how Jungkook comforted her. Jungkook smiled. Thank you. And now I have decided that you're gonna change your name. You are not Park Wine. You are John Wine. Wine surprised. But Cook, your profession will be affected. You are gonna graduate in a month, and from this week you are gonna have study leave for your final. So it's okay. And also, I'm not the one who gonna prepare exam paper or correct your papers. So there is no issues in that. Okay. So student, here is the result. I put it on the display board, and also there was a slight error in the result. Actually, Wine is the top in class as usual, and Wine sorry for shouting at you yesterday. It's okay, sir. I'm also at fault. I blamed all the teachers, so I should also be sorry. Okay, fine. And also attend your roll call. Like this, Jungkook called everyone names but John Wyan. Present, sir. Everyone's eyes wide open and look at Wine and then to Jungkook in surprise and suspicious look. Jungkook chuckled. Yes, you all predicted right. She is my wife, and from now she is John Wine. Wine blushed at its statement, and thus they continued their classes. The end. Thanks for watching. Bye.